I was going to give you a bit more of the floor. I know you also were one of the either founders for TGDDA. You were our like fingers in all the pies.
Yeah, I do too many things.
In the word space. I was actually going to ask you. So we haven't talked much about the sell sheets that popped up. I know you have a very keen eye for sell sheets. What makes a good sell sheet? What makes a less good sell sheet? What have you seen so far today that you just absolutely loved? And like, that is a killer sell sheet, and everyone should come look at it afterward who's trying to pitch you game.
I wish I had known because I have full attention to the person talking, not trying to read because I'm bad at multitasking.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'd have to look at all of them all together and then decide, to be honest.
Okay.
Yes, so none of them stood out enough for me to remember it.
Then we will, while you're, I'll give you one more second to set up. TGDDA, in one sentence, what makes the TGDDA so special?
So first off, that is Tabletop Game Designers Association, and what makes it so special is an organization founded to help support designers, because I was a designer that actually got screwed over with my first 5 games. I didn't make any money off any of them. So we were built to support designers, help them find publishers, help them review contracts, because I know for me it's very scary when you're someone starting out, you don't have money for a lawyer, but you want someone who's a few pages ahead of you to really like help you along the way. So we collect resources, we put on events so people can interact and meet each other and just kind of help build the community up and try to not create a union, but like give some safeguards to help some of the newer people out. Or there's some designers who've been a while or been around a while that also need it. So that's not a sentence. I'm sorry. Check it out.
Up front, we've got our final presenter for the evening. You introduced yourself as Stevie the Inventor. With top 5.
Top 5 flip. Top 5 in the world, baby.
Top 5 flip.
All right, so thank you. How you doing, everybody? My name is Stevie the Inventor once again, and this is Top 5 Flip, the ultimate dice game, not your grandma's bingo game. And what I'm excited about it, ages from 80 to 86, because shout out to my grandma, 86 years old when I taught her how to play. But this is the type of dice game where you can roll the dice. You got 2 D20 dice, and the object of the game is to get all 5 of your chips in the actual center. So everybody gets 5 chips. We have to shuffle them up just like this. You don't know what number you have. You don't know what your number you have. And you select all 5 of your chips. So once everybody get their 5 chips on their side, once they get it on their side, they flip them over. If you get a 7, 13, or 20, you get a bonus roll. That bonus roll will help you get you closer to victory, right? If you roll a 7, that is a wow. That can be any number you can put in the middle. If you roll doubles, you get a bonus roll too as well. First player to get all their chips in the middle wins the game. Now, the great thing is a little game changer. You can swap out 1 chip per round. So, for example, if you think a number is going to help you, you can go ahead and say, you know what, let me go ahead and swap from player 2 over to player 1, or let me go ahead and do that for 3 and 4. And that thing sometimes can actually help you, or it can sometimes hurt you. But it's a fast-paced game. I sense the excitement of Yahtzee, simplicity of bingo, and then that comeback power of Uno. That is Top 5 Flip.
Woo! How about that phrase?
Woo!
And now we get to find out if you did what our panelists recommended earlier and said, leaving them wanting for more, right? Keeping it simple. Anyone just, Danielle, I see you with
To be honest,
finger on
I
the
have
button.
no idea how to play this game. I don't know if I just wasn't able to follow along. In my head, you were rolling dice trying to find the exact number to put in the middle with the exact correct. Okay, so that is what you're doing. Yeah, I think you were almost too snappy for me to follow along. Or maybe it was just me, I don't know.
So we mentioned this before. Normally, when you're in an actual pitch session and you're sitting across the table from a publisher, it's a bit more of a conversation. So okay, we can play this out a little bit. So you gave the first person a pitch. Publisher over here with all this money, Danielle, is like, I'm looking at this, I'm saying, you know what? I think you lost me on how to play.
Okay, so once again, I can go again. So we got 1 to 20 chips, right? So 1 to 20, and we got the D20 dice, right? So you roll both dice at the same time. You want your number to hit. So if you, like, for example, 14 comes up on the dice, and you got the number 14, you put that 14 in the middle. You get to see.
Are all of the numbers starting face up, or are you flipping them up?
Well, you flip them over, so nobody knows exactly what they
Once you
have.
select them, once you know your 5, you flip them.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then from there, if you have a 7, 13, or 20, when it's time for you to roll, you get a bonus roll. They actually can roll that from there. And the whole object is hitting the number on the dice, and if you have that number, you put that in the middle.
And then if I roll 7, and I have a 7, I can put one in the middle, and then I still get the bonus.
You have a 7, you hit a 7, you put that 7 in, and you can put an extra chip in.
Okay, and then if I roll doubles, whatever the doubles are, I could put that chip in if I had it. So if it was double 16, I could put the 16 in, and then I get to go again.
Well, if you have the 16.
That's right.
But if you just roll the actual double, like a double number, like
Yeah.
8 and 8, you get another chance to roll again.
Okay.
And you're only working on one number at a time?
Yes.
And is everyone doing it simultaneously?
Counterclockwise. And then sometimes you can hit, well, it's not just one number, because if you can hit both your numbers, if you got a 6 and a 4 to come up, you can throw it, that's why it can go fast paced, or can go the distance as well.
Have you, and I'm assuming you've played this a lot.
Yes.
I've never played it, so I'm literally asking this because I play games like this where getting the last one in, sometimes you're just playing, like, we've all played Flux, right? We've all played Munchkin, like, it was fun until the last turn, which took like 45 minutes for somebody to end it, right? Has that happened in this game where it's like, I have a 1, or
It's funny, when I started playing this game, I noticed that the combination of you thinking that it's going to be a long, drawn-out type of moment where that number's not going to hit. The way how it's designed is that 7 going to always come up as like 10 or 15 different rolls, so you're going to always have somebody going to hit that in. See, the challenge was at one point, if they did not have that 7 to help them, it took forever to the 8 or the 16 on the 1 to come up, so you'd be there for a long time.
And sorry, and I'm just, this is all mechanical stuff. If I roll the 2 d20s and there's 2 different numbers and I have those 2 numbers, they both go in.
Both go.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is totally a suggestion, like if you're still trying to work things out, or maybe it's an expansion or something else. If there's more interaction, I like the interaction of like, I can go get your chip if I think it's gonna help me. But if there's somehow more interaction with when I roll, it's gonna mess with somebody, or it's gonna help me defend myself or something. Like, I don't know. But the one thing I did like, before I forget, because it's totally unrelated, I like that you mentioned games that everybody knows and that are excited. Like, that's sometimes, especially in our community of gamers, I have a friend who is, peak PAX Unplugged gamer, right? And I love him to death. But whenever he talks about it, he always assumes that I know every single game that's ever been released or is about to come out.
We all have those friends.
And then he also describes games by describing other games that I have not played, and it drives me bananas. And it's because he thinks that everybody's a gamer like him, and nobody's a gamer like him, right? So I like that you mentioned games that people actually have heard of, including non-gamers, and that's very important in a pitch in general, I would say to anybody. If you go in there and you're like, oh, this is like Nucleum crossed with, and I'm like already noped out, you know what I mean? Like, it's a certain type of person that says that and assumes that we all know this game, right? Nobody knows this game, So I really I like that part, because I read the overview before you pitched it, so I kind of understood how this works, so I really like that part of it.
I have a sneaking suspicion that this is a game that probably, I really like your pitch, by the way, like very concise, very straightforward. Everything Tiffany says, like 100%. I have a feeling if you were pitching this to me, just to play, just like hang out and play, I feel like I would pick it up after one round and be like, great, in, got it. And I think that is a huge advantage, right? Like, that's a really, really important thing to keep in mind. I'm definitely somebody who struggles with getting pitches from people, because I have to play the game before I can actually understand it, right? My boyfriend is very much like, I'm gonna read every rule that's in the book ever, and I will internalize it, and I'm suddenly an expert at it. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm tactile, I have to feel it, I have to get that association with it. So I think, I say this because I think that is one of the advantages, which is just play one round with me and you'll figure it out, right? Like, that is such a huge advantage to what this game, at least my interpretation of what the game is, versus You know, something that is similar to like probably all the games that your friend plays, which is like, yeah, it's just like a light 7-hour experience, and I'm like, right? So I think you even have it here of the playtime of 10 to 15 minutes. It makes sense to me that you're able to make that down into like a 30 to 45 second pitch. So I think this all is fantastic. I love the packaging. Like you're ready to go.
Woo! Woo!
When I was demoing the game today, remember our attention spans are shot now, right? So my whole thing is get in the game, right? And as I go, when the 7 comes up, let you know that's a wild. You throw it in win. You roll doubles, go ahead. You roll doubles, got a bonus roll. So I see what you're saying on that. And it has been working. And what I love, I mean, they even changed it 8+. We had 4-year-olds was winning this thing. So,
Yeah.
It's a very catchy game and it's replayable, which I love about it too as well.
And again, I'm not a designer, so I don't want to say, oh, you should do this, but I like it that it reminds me of Pogs because I'm of that age. It's really and even in the future, if you roll this out, you could even do like, you know, collector edition, like where you know, even a variant where it's like, oh, you win a chip or something. Yeah, I don't know, like something like, you know, Pog related, Pog adjacent for the nostalgia of it and the design of it. The other thing that might be interesting, like totally as a variant, or if you think it's interesting, is to have, I don't know how you do it. I would probably do it on chips instead of cards, where there's a game condition where a certain number suddenly is like a totally different rule that breaks, you know, like that is just unique to that game. Oh, if you roll 8s, this happens.
You jump the guy is is a prototype in making.
Yeah.
It's called Top 5 Skip Reverse and Draw.
Yeah, no, because when you said Uno, I was like, oh, there's all these other things you know, like, and you could easily work this in and not change the game, and it's something that could just optionally be like, oh yeah, I want it to be a little like more chaotic or something, or like, you know, mess around. So.
I love the idea of if you get if you roll a 20, that's a critical fail. Like you have to take all your chips out or something.
Yeah, I feel like you have it's always like a basic idea that can just like launch you in different directions that doesn't erode that solid idea. So I mean, that was the vibe I got from it. It's a very solid idea. Like I would totally do this.
I'm totally.
All
right. Give it up for Stevie.
Good job, Stevie.